Dog break through, sun get through. Yeah, God, can make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.
Close.
Yo, what up?
Good, what's good?
What's good? What up,
Parlay
yo?
with us,
It's
baby.
Parlay with us, man. It's Mr. Beans and Stony Cook. We're
Yes.
back on it live, yo.
Yes,
What's good with y'all peoples out there, man?
yes. What's going on?
What
What's
up,
going
what up?
on? We out here, man. Outside.
We outside.
Beautiful day.
Doing a
Nice
nice
summer
little
night.
summer night from the Bean.
Yes.
You know, doing a live coming from my home. You know what I mean? My boy Stony Cook came
Yes.
through.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And
course.
we got some good topics for
Oh,
you
man,
guys,
we
man.
got-
It's been a long time,
Been a
y'all.
while.
It's been a long time, man. I mean, trust me, guys. It's like we've been on a little hiatus right
Yes.
now.
Oh, we was on vacation.
We
you
was
know?
on vacation.
You
You
know
know
how
what
it
I
is,
mean?
man.
You know how that go. We took a little trip to the
time off.
T-Dot. You know what I mean? The
We need to
T-Dot was
reset.
nice. That T-Dot was
T-Dot
nice.
was nice.
Yo, man, we did a nice
Yes.
little ride to the
Yes.
T-Dot. You know what I mean? With the family and stuff like that. We hanged out in Toronto for a week. We hanged out in Niagara Falls. That's a sight to see.
Beautiful.
Yo, it was good, man. I mean, yo, we tried to do a show from the T-Dot, but we couldn't. So much going on, man. It's a big city, lots going on. So it's like, you know, you gotta just like keep going with the flow. But the next time we go to the T-Dot, we're gonna go get to that Hall of Fame, man. Yo, the Hall of Fame closed too early, man. 3,
Yes.
4 o'clock,
Too
man.
early.
Yo, what's up with
Come
that,
on, man. Too
Come on.
early.
3, 4 o'clock, man.
Too early.
That's too
Like,
early,
come on,
man.
You know, it's like you need some
You
time.
need some time.
It's the Hall of Fame. You got to give people time. Everybody got different situations.
So
going
yeah,
on.
like
come
we
on.
tried to get out there. We tried to get in the Hall of Fame a couple times, and every time we went, we missed it. One time it closed at 3:30. The next time it closed at 4. So it's like we couldn't make it to the T-Dot, man. But to the Hall of Fame and T-Dot. But we had a good time in Toronto. That's a nice city, man.
Beautiful city.
We went to what's the name of the
CN
stadium?
Tower.
CN Tower. What's the name of the stadium? Something Rogers. Roy Rogers, something.
No, not Roy Rogers.
What's his name? Something Rogers. But where the Blue Jays
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
man.
We'll find out.
We'll find out, man. We should. It's
we
just
went-
flying over us right now. But
Right.
we went to the Blue Jays Stadium, man. It was nice. We seen where what's the name of the other one that with Toronto Raptors play?
That it's a bank, Scotia Bank,
Scotiabank
you
Arena.
go.
We went to Scotiabank Arena.
Rogers Center.
The Rogers Center. So, yo, we did a little things out there when we was out in Toronto, trying to see what the north of the border looked like.
North. We
You
are
know
the
what I
north.
mean? We on the north, so we had to go. We never been that. I never been that far north. You know, being from Massachusetts, being from Boston,
And that's the real north.
and then we went real north, man.
That's the
I'm talking
real
about
north.
we
There's
was
nothing
on a
above
trek.
that.
Yo, that was a trek, man.
Yes.
But it was a nice ride, man. So yeah, man. You know, we're back at it, man. I know we took a hiatus. I know we got some people out there saying, "Hey, what happened, yo? What happened to
We was
Parlay with us?
We was cooking.
We cooking, and then we went on a little summer break, but we're back at it.
We
You know what I
here.
mean? We got some things for y'all going
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Let me go down to the chat. Let me go to the comments and chats to see if anybody's in there yet.
Yep.
I don't see nobody in there on the live. We got one person.
through.
Somebody's on the live right now
Come
checking
through.
us out.
Come
You know,
through.
check us out
Somebody's
on the chat.
checking us out.
Say
through.
something in the chat. It's been a while. You know, jump on this parlay with us with Mr. Bean, Stony Cook.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We
Yes.
got some topics. We talk about Jaylen Brown and the Celtics. You know, we're Celtics
Got the
fans.
bag. He got
You know
the
what I mean?
bag.
They gave him that money.
They gave him his money.
You know, they gave him that money.
Yes.
You know, so we got to talk about that. You know,
Rightfully so.
this is a show that's bred out of Boston. You know what I mean? We're a
Yes.
little bit outside the city right now at my home, but this is a show that's bred in Boston. So yeah, man, so we're talking about Jaylen Brown getting the bag.
In the bag.
We talking about
NFL training
camp with the Patriots and what we
Yes.
looking like. You know what I mean? The
NFL's
NFL's
back.
coming up. It's back. Me and Stoney's about to head out to Vegas in the next couple of weeks to do some stuff with that.
We got some treats for you guys.
We got
out
some
there.
treats for you guys
Definitely.
out there. We're gonna be coming live out there in the Vegas. I'm bringing the cameras with us and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
So, what else we got going on, man?
Entertainment news.
Oh, we got some entertainment news. What's going on in the
music?
entertainment?
I like. We're gonna talk about 50 Cent, Nas.
Right.
What else we got going on in the entertainment news? We've been getting a lot of performances out here in Boston. Is Boston a new hub for entertainers to come and do their thing? We had a nice lineup.
That's
true.
Of
entertainers.
They had some people
headliners.
out there. They had
some good people out there.
Good people. They would say
Beyonce, to name a few.
Beyonce was 50 Cent. So they coming through, you know what I mean? Boston's
doing their thing. They
Look
comfortable coming out here.
Yep.
And that's what we want. We want people to be comfortable when they come out here.
Right.
When you're comfortable with a city, that means, a lot of revenue. That means a lot of, opportunities. And we love it, because, I feel like, we have something special going on out here.
Right.
Exclusive, unique. We're unique, Massachusetts, it's a unique state.
So we got somebody else on there. We got two people on the live, man, but I need y'all to jump on the comments. Remember, you guys need to like, subscribe, you know what I mean? Hit those notifications. You got to do all that stuff for us on YouTube. We're going to be going actually soon. I haven't had time, but we're going to be going live on Facebook Live soon on the Facebook platform. So as we're streaming on the YouTube platform, we're going to be streaming on the Facebook platform, giving, trying to broaden our horizons with the content, with the viewership. So that's coming next. What else, man?
Hey, a lot. Football, fantasy football. We're going to tell you what our lineups are looking like.
Exactly.
We got the picks, our picks.
Remember the pick. Remember we're gonna be having those pick'em weeks.
We got our best bets.
We got our best bets. Yeah, you hear that snapping going? We're outside. This is the first time.
We got little bugs roaming around.
We didn't even say this is our first
outside
outdoor
show
podcast coming to you guys show. You know what I mean? This is the first show outdoors.
Yes,
we set up everything outside, all the cameras, everything, the lighting in the background. We set it all up, you know what I mean, and got the pool going. You know what I mean. So this is the way our little hangout spot, my hangout spot at night. There's bugs out, but I got the zapper going. I got some, I got the kitten or the citronella going.
We got repellent on.
So I say, yo, Stoney, let's do this outside, man. Let's see how this gonna look outside. So Stoney's like, yo, let's do it. So we out here with it, guys. First, man.
Let's start with the Jaylen Brown.
Let's start with the Jaylen Brown.
What we think about him getting that 300 plus?
Yeah, man.
4 years. The first 40. What is it? What was his average? He's the highest paid.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna see what the average
is. What did he get now? He got 300 and change they gave him?
Yeah, they gave him 300 and change.
Yeah.
Right here. They gave him 5-year 304.
Wow.
5-year 304.
I didn't expect that. To tell y'all the truth, yo, seriously, we was on vacation. We heard that.
Per.
I didn't.
60
I
per.
Really. I thought, truthfully, as long as the contract negotiation was been going on, I swear that I thought this thing was not going right. I thought it was going to go south. And then we was in Toronto. Next thing you know, we get the buzz like, 300 and change? I'm like, yo, they gave. I didn't even expect the Celtics to give Jaylen that. Not saying that he's not worth it. I don't know if it's excessive. Some people might think it is. I haven't been really paying attention too much to the news and stuff like that. What's going on ESPN? But some people didn't expect it. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, I didn't expect it either. But it goes to show you how much money and revenue is coming in for him to get that type of money. 1, 2, I think they feel like the league's changing, and I feel like they think that him having that comfort financially is probably gonna bring out that guy that they know he can be.
Yep.
Because when he's on, he's on.
Yeah, he is, man.
So I feel like they just say, look, let's lock this guy up.
Yep.
And I think we got something good here. He's young.
Yep.
5 years. Remember, I'm not paying attention to the money.
Don't mind me, guys. I got some bugs flying around me, but go ahead.
I'm paying attention to the length of the contract.
Yeah.
Which I think, if you look at it, that is the important part. The length of the contract. Because
so
after
got
5 years, yeah, he's still gonna be young.
Yeah, that's
so they
true.
they paying for his prime years. His prime years. So in his prime years, if we could get two chips,
right,
2 championships, yo, they got their money back.
Right.
And then some. Because even one championship, they got their money back. Because that's an investment.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you the bigger picture. They giving him that money. Think of the big picture. There's a lot more money moving around behind the scenes.
Right.
For them to give him that money. But they feel like he has that potential. They just want to give him that security where now he could go and play like we know he can play.
Right. No, I mean Jaylen Brown to me showed he's good, man. The dude always showed, maybe things didn't work out right this year, and these guys was kind of discombobulated
in certain spots. He played great, but he didn't come through.
He didn't come through
in key games, which we need him. When Tatum is slacking, we need him to come through.
I think what's happening is that the Celtics is realizing they got 2 of the top players in the league probably going forward for a good long time, bro.
Yes.
I think the Celtics realize that.
Yes.
They had to hold on to him, and now they're going to give – when Tatum needs to re-up or extend –
they're going to extend him.
They're going to extend him.
But they're going to be able
and make him happy, too.
Yes, they're going to be able to extend him. They're not going to have to give him a max because they already gave him a max.
Right.
So now what they're going to do is they're going to extend him in the max way.
Yep.
He's going to get extended in the max way.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown was due the max because he made All-NBA.
Right.
And his age, and he's due.
Right.
And that's his contract.
Right.
So you got to understand, sometimes a lot of these players, they either get paid that chunk right now, or they get that chunk throughout their years.
Yes, right.
But it's depending on who the player is. But he was due that. He was due that max because of him making the All-NBA team.
Right.
And that's just what happened. It was either they're going to give him that or he was going to walk. They know they got something good there. And it really means something when a player has that security. You're going to see the difference in they play. I'm telling you. They're going to play nice and comfortable and flow. I'm hoping, though. I'm at least hoping that's what
we know we've had players in the past get the big bag, and next thing you know, these dudes is just like, they lose that killer instinct type of thing.
Yeah.
So
they play timid because they don't want to
but
themselves.
You know what? These guys are guaranteed. The contracts are better now. The contracts are sweeter. So,
revenue.
Just go out there. I hope this will give them, like you said, incentive.
Yeah, just that push.
We
got you. We gave you the money. Do your thing. Do what we know you can do.
Exactly. So yeah. But Jaylen, man, that's good. And then what's so sweet about Jaylen is I saw his press conference, right? And he's very articulate.
That was like one of the best press
very
conferences
intelligent that you could probably ever hear.
That caught me off guard. I didn't think he was going to dive into that.
I didn't think he was going to dive into
that. And the way he just broke it down. And so he's a smart kid.
He's a smart kid. So him going to give him back to the community and stuff like that. I kind of commend that. That's something that I really commend. So him trying to build something with that money that he gonna be seeing, that's good, man. Especially here in Boston, he's saying he's committing that initiative to Boston. For Boston Black businesses, Boston Black residents, whatever it is, opportunities,
opening
doors. He's committing that part of his revenue to that. You know what I mean? So that's cool.
That's cool. I love it.
I like that.
And I love.
You never heard of a player saying that,
right? I love what he had to say after getting $304
That's
million.
what I'm saying.
I love what he had to say.
You've never heard of a player.
Cool,
Look, LeBron ain't even say that.
LeBron didn't even say that. Very conservative, well spoken.
He talking about what he gonna put
You
back.
can tell he's not gonna be one of those guys that's gonna be irresponsible.
Yep.
With his finances.
Exactly.
He's gonna do what he feel in his heart. That's right. He's gonna do what he feels right in his heart. You know, and that's what you want people to do when they get a lot of resources, money to give back, and to try to improve the landscape. And that's a beautiful thing. That's for a guy that young.
Yeah, man.
To think that way.
But you know what? They said Jaylen Brown was an intelligent dude with, you know, his you know, writing books for kids and stuff like that, you know, authoring books and things like that. So I guess, you know, and you know, they said he was a smart dude anyway. That's neither here nor there. I've been hearing that about him. So it's not that I'm so surprised that he said it, that he had the press conference that he had. I just didn't think that it would come at that moment when you're announcing that you're getting all this money. You didn't think that you would start talking about that. So that was great. So
that was beautiful.
Good for Boston, sports wise. Good for Boston. We got a future. We're looking at a future on our basketball team.
Yes.
You know, we got 3 people. I see 3 people's in there, but nobody's in the comments, man. Y'all could jump in the comments.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Talk
about what y'all want to talk about, even if it's not about Jaylen Brown. Man. Access that, you know, get on there, guys. Let us know what's up, man. What else I got? So yeah, now we're gonna move on. You know what I mean?
NFL training camp.
You know, NFL training camp. So yo, camp is looking pretty good for the Patriots, and it's looking kind of like, what was it, competition-wise? There's a lot of competition going on Patriots camp, guys.
Yes.
From what I've been reading, I hear Matt Jones and Zappy's.
Zappy want that spot.
Zappy's been showing that he got a little. I don't know if he want to literally like take the spot from him.
He want it,
but he wants to show that he's ready to.
He want that spot.
He's ready to compete.
Yeah.
So he wants to compete.
No, he want it. He wants it.
So
he wants it. He knows. I think anybody that comes into a Patriots camp is gonna want a spot.
That's true.
Whatever position you're in, you want that spot.
That's true.
You know, you playing for a premier franchise, one of the best franchises in the league,
in the history of football. One of the
best
in the history of football. I ain't gonna say that because we're New England fans, but it's just facts.
And you know, but the thing is, we did it late. That's why it wasn't like throughout the years. Like Pittsburgh, they was dominating in the 70s. They dominated, they dominated in different decades. Us, you know, we dominated, you know, in 2 decades pretty much. So it was like in a short window, where this team that done it throughout the years. They spread it out.
Right.
But
I'm just looking up at some stuff I know
you gotta like step up, and you have to want that spot. As a Patriot player, as a Patriot draftee, anything, you on that Patriots roster, you want to be that number 1 guy.
Right.
You know, and what is it? How many 11-man roster, starting roster, right?
Yeah.
11 man.
Yeah.
You want to be there.
Yep.
You don't want to be on that bench. You want to be right there, starting.
Yep.
And you know that's what this training camp is about. Full of surprises.
Yeah, one of the surprises is Christian Gonzalez. I heard this kid's been. They said right now one of these guys out of the New England news media already. I don't want whatever state the dude's name, but he already said that Christian Gonzalez is a willing tackler and doesn't shy away from contact. So, like, yeah, the kid, we might have something in a new cornerback in Christian Gonzalez. He's been showing up in camp. It seems like Mac Jones is trying to, like, be very competitive because he has, Zappy on his tail. Yep. I think we got some new kickers out there trying to give a little. There's a kicker name. Let me see if I can find his name. There's a new kicker trying to give Folk a run for his money at that position.
And he will, because
And
he's old. Folks old.
yeah, Nick Folk is his name.
He's old.
Yeah, Nick Folk. So I forget the name of the kicker. I'm gonna bring it up in a second, but there's a kicker that seems to be giving Nick Folk a little run for his money. And I just gotta find it. I had it. I don't know how come I lost it that quick.
Go ahead and look for that, because I wanted to touch on the whole subject of, you know, training camp and, you know, players beating out certain players. So in 2012, the Seattle Seahawks signed Matt Flynn for a 3-year, $26 million contract, right? Matt Flynn was set to be that starting quarterback that year.
Right.
According to the contract, according to just the whole mindset for Seattle that year.
Right.
And who beats them in training camp that year? Take a guess. Russell Wilson. After they gave him that contract, Russell Wilson, the rookie, was named starting cornerback for Seattle. That's a prime example of players that feel like they privileged, where there's players that feel like they have to earn it and they work harder because they want that spot.
Right. Oh, that the kicker, just a real quick, the kicker name is Chad Raylan.
Yep.
So Chad Raylan is one of the kickers I was just talking
about.
Yeah,
they drafted him.
Yeah, they drafted him.
They
looking at him. He's looking pretty good in camp right now.
He better be, because where they drafted him,
right.
He better like earn that spot.
Right.
You know, it has to be one of those like, okay, you know, this was worth that pick, because they drafted him in a spot where they could have drafted something else of need, because kickers, they usually draft late, very late. That was too early to draft the kicker, but they might have saw something that we don't know. You know, he better be kicking field goals from like 50 yards easy.
Right.
Because that's what it is right now.
Right.
You got to be kicking from 50 easy.
Yeah.
That kicking in Baltimore, he's that guy. Matt Stover.
Yeah. So they saying Kendrick Bourne, they says while he's not lighting up in the stat sheets, Bourne has appeared to be trending in the right direction after rather a quiet start to camp. He's won his one-on-one drills against Miles Bryant and Quadre Mosley, and later caught a pass on 3 passes on 11-11 drills. So among those was impressive toe catch against Christian Gonzalez. So this is camp on Friday. This is what happened on camp on Friday. So, and then they got another one about I guess this wide receiver named Demario Douglas. He might be a strong case to make the 53-man roster. This is somebody that's an unknown. And cornerback Jack Jones practiced a little bit on Friday, and then after that he left practice after maybe a short, maybe 20-30 minute stint on practice, and then after that he came back out as a spectator. So we don't know what's really going on with Jack Jones. I think he even made some comments about his situation to one of these outlet medias, but I haven't really read up on it like that to know what he said. But yeah, so
they probably
that's what's really going. That's a little bit that was going on in camp. In Patriots camp that we've been trying to pay attention to since we've been back home.
And that's what it is with these players in camp, like little nagging hamstring, hammies, calves, like a lot with the legs. You know, a lot with the legs, and what they do is they try to like be easy on them. Right. They see signs of fatigue, or because you don't want to pop anything, you don't want to rip anything. You know. Right. You want to be careful, man. You might need to get more stretching.
No, might need more it's massage. Not like back in the days.
You want to be easy.
Back in the days, camp used to be a gruesome and grueling thing in the NFL.
People getting lost for the year.
Now camp is more of a light conditioning or conditioning, light conditioning until maybe the 3rd or 4th game in preseason. That's like really camp. Camp is preseason. Camp is really not really like these drills that they doing. Yes, it helps bring rookies and stuff into the fray and learning the playbook things like that. That's what camp does. But as far as the physical part, the physical part starts in the actual preseason games, and even those preseason games are not that physical, but it's more about technical stuff. Learning different plays and executing these different plays that they want to be able to use during the season, and bringing players along that, trying to bring players, surprise players like we talk about. That's what camp's about in preseason, is looking for those gems, looking to see who does good in camp that we could say, he could be a next starter, or, he's a good number 2 off the bench. That's what they do. So I'm looking forward I think next week, Thursday, is our first preseason game against Houston. That's going to be good. We're going to see the young boy CJ Stroud. We're going to see the young boy CJ Stroud out of Ohio State. I like that quarterback.
CJ Stroud.
I watched him play in Ohio State. He's a good quarterback.
He's pretty good. I like him as the best one coming out this draft.
Yeah,
I like him more than the guy that's the dude young that went to Carolina.
Right.
I like Stroud more. He's
what's
taller.
His name? Chase Young?
Not Chase Young.
Not Chase Young. What's his name? What's his name? The kid that went to
Carolina.
Something. You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget his name, man. I'm doing a blank. Yo, real quick, while Stoney look up who's this kid that came out of
Bryce Young,
not Chase Young. Bryce Young. Bryce Young's good too, but I think for some reason Stroud might be.
I like Stroud's gonna be.
I think Stroud might be
better.
He might be better for some reason, especially if he could get a little bit bigger and put on a little bit more weight. I think Stroud will be better. But before you go, quick shout out. I don't know if he's watching. I hope he's watching. He's in town, and he was supposed to be a special guest. And I had a special guest coming in today, but he got caught up, man, with some things with family. It's one of our good friends, and he was an athlete himself too.
Yes.
My boy Terrence T. Whitaker. T. Whitaker was
no relations to Forrest Whitaker.
No relations to Forrest Whitaker,
or relations to Pernell Whitaker.
But relations to Pernell
with a distant cousin type of thing going on there.
Yeah, exactly. So my boy Terrence, man, what up, T? Shout out to you. Hope you're watching the live. You're supposed to be sitting next to us right here in the 3-man set.
Yeah, we had you right here. Right here. This is where you was at. Right here. Look.
Set. We had
right here.
We had something ready
nice
for you to sip on. But next time, bro, like that was gonna be the best opportunity. You were.
It's exclusive, man.
It would have been exclusive, but next time, bro. But that's cool.
Man.
The show must go on.
Must go on, man. Can't stop, won't stop.
And maybe next time, our boy will come through and see what's good. But in the meantime, between time, as far as camps look like it's coming on good for the Patriots.
Yes.
Hopefully, listen. I'm gonna be 100, man. The league's gonna look. When football starts, guys. When football starts, Tony. It's the league's gonna be unbelievable, man. Like
great.
We got, we don't know what's coming down the pipe, bro. Like we got the Jets. We got
Denver with the new coach.
We got what else? Call it out there. We got
Baltimore. Lamar got the bag. How is he gonna play?
How is he gonna play
after that? He's gonna be focused.
We got Detroit Lions.
High expectations. They're gonna be in prime time. First game of the year against Kansas City, the defending Super Bowl champions.
There you go. Look at that. Then you got KC. They saying KC's looking like they revamping. They adding receivers. They adding some playmakers.
Running backs.
You got KC. You got Cincinnati. You got, man. And that's just the AFC,
Jacksonville.
Man. You got Jackson. Ooh.
Coming.
Jacksonville's coming for you.
With Calvin Ridley.
With Calvin,
looking good in camp.
Oh, Calvin Ridley's back.
Ooh, Calvin Ridley's back. He served his time off.
Get out of here. So he got his life together. You think?
Yeah. Well,
you know he had issues. The Patriots was looking at Calvin.
He gambled.
Ridley. That's what it was.
Gambling.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he had some personal wages. I thought he had some personal personal issues.
He did have. He did.
Yeah.
Prior to that.
Okay.
But the suspension came when he was betting on football.
Oh.
He was excused for the personal family issues. He was excused. That's why he was out.
Oh.
He was handling that.
Okay.
But once they found out he was betting on the NFL football games, that's when the suspension came. He was suspended for a whole year.
Right.
Well, what was left of the year.
So that's good, yo.
So
that
back.
You never know, man. This kid with what's this kid? Trevor Lawrence. Yo, that kid Trevor Lawrence is gonna be on the rise.
Oh man.
So we got Jacksonville. You got, man, who else you just called, man? You called somebody else.
Detroit, Jacksonville, Baltimore. I like Baltimore.
Let's see what Chargers might do. Chargers was looking good a year and a half, 2 years ago. They were looking good. And then they kind of like, so let's see what the Chargers got.
Right.
That's AFC right there alone.
And in the NFC, you got Detroit.
You got to see what Dallas want to do.
What Dallas going to do. What Philly
going
to do.
Philly going to do. Philly going to try to keep it up. Philly got no other choice.
Right.
Sink or swim. Philly got to know they got to keep it up. Who else we got popping?
You know what Seattle going to do?
What
49ers,
Seattle going to do? 49ers. Yo, I heard this dude undrafted.
Yo, they might release.
They picked up some dude undrafted, the 49ers, and they said the dude is murdering camp. I was reading it. Oh man. Yo, I was just reading about. Let me look it up real quick.
49ers may release the dude the quarterback they drafted high.
Ooh. Nah.
Yeah, I heard they might release.
You think they might release that kid?
They might release him, man.
Name that kid again. Name that kid. That's the kid I wanted, right?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's the kid I wanted. That's the kid I was talking about. What's his name? Trey Lance?
Trey Lance.
Look at that. I ain't even have to talk about it because I wanted him. I thought the Patriots had a good chance to pick Trey Lance in the
because
draft.
they saying Sam Darnold is beating him in the depth chart. That's why.
Over that kid that came on that
Trey Lance.
No. But what about the dude though? What about
Brandon Allen?
Nah, man. The dude that they had running the show last year, he was like the
No. He's the starter. Brock Purdy. Yeah. He's number one right now in the depth chart.
So you mean Trey Lance is looking?
Trey Lance might be.
He looking garbage out like that.
He might be out.
Wow.
They saying Sam Darnold was beating him out.
I still can't find this rookie that they saying San Fran got, man. I think the dude's a wide receiver, undrafted.
If you know, if I tell you the name, you'll be familiar with it.
Yeah, man. Yo, I just saw it, man. It was like
you got
49ers,
Juwan, Ray McLeod, Danny Gray, Chris Connolly, Ronnie Bell, Tay Martin, Daz Newsome, Isaiah Winstead.
Nah.
That's the wide receiver depth chart.
Hold on, man.
Ray McLeod, maybe.
Is it McLeod? I just had it shit up too, man. Hold on, man. So I don't want to hold us up. We're talking about keeping going.
You said a rookie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's not
undrafted. They just got him undrafted. They say he's tearing up camp. Some undrafted rookie out of San Fran. I don't know if I saw that in Bleacher.
It might be Tay Martin.
It might be that name.
Or Isaiah Winstead.
Undrafted rookies?
Yeah, he's a rookie. It might be Isaiah Winstead. Trey Martin has 1 year.
Nah, it might be Winstead then. Because there's some dude that was undrafted. They saying like nobody didn't think he was good. But
it could be Ronnie Bell. He's undrafted. He's a rookie as well. Trey Lance. The thing with Trey Lance, they may trade him because he has value.
He got value.
If you got value and you're third on the depth chart,
but
as
if
a
Sam
quarterback,
Darnold's beating you though, then something's not right.
Yeah, but they got to move him. That's a smart general manager move. You got a valuable asset that was a high pick, and he's not even in the top 2.
Right.
Because if he's a backup, that's what you want. He's either starter or the backup. But if you're the third stringer, I might as well move you and get some value. Because some team may think that they could do something with you.
That's true.
So that was the word. I don't know if they're gonna do it. There's plenty of time left. You know, we haven't even started preseason games. So
right. So yeah, y'all know we back on it, right? It's Parlay with us with Mr. Beans and Stony Crook. We're back on it. We're gonna be back on our shit.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We're gonna be bringing y'all what we do. You know what I mean? This live content. You see that we're the uniqueness about our show compared to other dudes trying to do shows. And I'm not saying these dudes, some of these dudes are professional. Like, you know, you got Cam and them with their show that looks nice. I watched it a little bit. You told me to look at this. I started looking into it, you know, and I seen other, you know, what we call, I always gonna say this. We got a grassroots show that we're building, me and my man here. And I can't say enough that I'm liking our trajectory and where we're going, right?
Loving it.
So I'm loving it. So with that said, you know, y'all gotta keep hitting that subscribe button.
Yes, definitely.
Y'all gotta hit those likes. Y'all gotta get those notifications.
Tune
in all the time, man. The more y'all tune in, y'all help our algorithm. You know what I mean? The more comments, like I'm looking. Look, we got a few people on here, but nobody wants to say nothing. They just want to watch. But that's cool.
That's fine.
We love it. We want you guys to watch. We just want to know if the topics that we're talking about, do y'all like the topics? Do you got something that you want to add to it?
What y'all think about the topic?
That's what I mean. Yeah. Do y'all like the topics?
Yeah.
What you think about it? I mean, we're open for criticism here. We're not one of these, you know, we're not over here like, oh, then nobody better not say nothing slick. I mean, don't say nothing slick, but you know,
I mean, they can. We'll have something for it.
I'm not saying don't say nothing slick.
They could say what they want.
Clean.
We'll have something
not
for
saying
you.
Clean, but we're a positive podcast.
Exactly.
Talking about sports that we like, and we're trying to bring it to the regular folk, the masses. This is grassroots. Like I said, this is grassroots podcasting right now.
Yes.
We're doing it live from my backyard. My man came over. I said, yo, come over. We were supposed to have the special guest, but that's cool. His seat's right here.
His seat was right here.
You know, but we still say, yo, the show must go on. We haven't been on in a couple weeks. And I said, yo, let's still do this and keep it popping. You know, we had stuff to talk about. The last time we spoke to you, last time we came live, we didn't know about Jaylen Brown's contract. That wasn't a topic. You know, we wasn't there yet. Right. Now we're there. You know what I mean? We're at Jaylen Brown's contract right now. And that's the topic. And the other part is, you know, we had to talk about camp. Camp is full effect right now. You know, camp is in the move. So we got to talk about camp. So that's why we say, yo, let's come. It's so beautiful out here in Massachusetts right now.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, yes, we got bugs because I live outside the city. So, you know, I'm, you know, in between the woods and stuff like that. You can hear the chirping and the nice, you know, scenery in the background and stuff like that. I got my neighbors next door. I hear a little music going on. They having a little something going on, which is cool, you know. And we just say, yo, let's do it like this. Look, we got 4 people on. Like, yo,
come through.
Keep jumping on.
Come through.
You know, we got another maybe 20 minutes or so of this podcast. You know, because we still got some entertainment stuff to talk about.
No doubt.
We still got some whatever you want to talk about topics. You know, I keep looking down at the computer, but whatever you want to talk about, comments or topics, hit us up. Like, get in that comment. Whatever you want to talk about when it comes to sports and what's going on in entertainment, hit us up. We're going to get on that. We're going to give y'all that little whatever, our vibe on it. Me and him vibing. My man's busting down to Sam Adams right now. He loves that Sam Adams. He's drinking his Sam Adams summer ale type joint. You know what I mean? I got that little Remy in the cup. You know, the Remy shaking in the cup. And we're going with it.
Yo, we're going with it.
You know what I mean? We got to keep doing this, man. And you know, we're gonna, the more and more me and my man Stoney keep jumping on this thing, it's gonna get better. The content's gonna get liver. The guests, you know, the guests will get there.
Yes.
We're trying to reel in the guests, and reel in good people who know sports. My man T, he's an AAU coach, you know, so I wanted to sit T down and talk about his AAU coaching experience and what he was doing down in Tampa, Florida, coaching kids in AAU, giving back to the community on his time off, you know. But the next time T will come on and we'll talk about that, you know. Maybe when he get back home to Tampa, he could come on the live and he will talk about those things about coaching AAU basketball. We cover everything, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And you know, starting from the kids is major. You know, I played ball from a little kid, and you know, out here in Boston, we had BNBL. Remember BNBL?
Yeah.
You know, I remember BNBL games and BNBL tournaments and stuff like that down in Heat Street, Mission, and stuff like that. Orchard Park. So Washington Park. I remember all those Trotter Park.
Like just different towns playing against each other.
You know,
BNBL was classic.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a Boston.
That was a
Boston
classic.
Summer Classic League, like BNBL.
Bring your game.
Bring your game, and you out there and you running. They create little teams from different neighborhoods, and there was coaches, and they had they BNBL jerseys and stuff like that, and you know, and that was a thing out here in Boston. That stuff is gone. I don't even think I don't want to overstretch and say it's not happening anymore, but I don't think there's no BNBL in Boston.
No,
you know what I mean, going on anymore.
No, there's no more BNBL.
So
it dried up.
That stuff is drying up. But yeah, we keep it all live on that stuff, man. We try to bring y'all the live topics. We try to bring y'all, you know, 100% official stuff. Like, we don't sugarcoat nothing. We don't try to, you know, conform to anybody's. Don't say nothing bad about this one, or don't say nothing. I mean, we don't say nothing bad. We just talk about the game and what we like. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So we're 42 minutes. So before we get them, because we're gonna try to stick with an hour with this podcast. You know, that's another thing we've been working on, me and my man. Sometimes we've been stretching this a little long, drowning you guys out. So we're gonna try to stick with an hour on this podcast. So right now, to finish up this next 10 to 15 minutes before we dive out of here, is about entertainment. What you got going on, Stoney? This is your joint, man.
I mean, you know, it's a few things. I mean, you know, one of my favorite things as far as entertainment news is 50 Cent, Nas, put a record together, which I love.
I like that track, yo.
It's called Office Hours. It was beautiful from the beginning to the end. It was a beautiful thing. But what I really
hit me to that. I didn't even know that. My man Nas was came out another album.
He's been dropping them.
He's been dropping them.
What I like the movement that he's trying to start. Yeah. And he's letting people know. He's sending a message to all the old school guys. Yo, put out music. Put out records.
Yeah.
Because we need to be heard. We're on the shelf right now. Come out. Put some records out.
Yep.
I don't want to hear trends. I want to hear classics. I want to hear old school. And Nas put it out there. I don't want to hear trends.
Yeah.
And he's right. The trends, everybody sounding the same. Everybody got that same rhythm going, that same flow, the same music.
Yeah.
And he's like really calling out all the old school guys. And
but tell you the truth,
I feel like all the old school guys he's calling out, guys like, for example, guys like Wu-Tang, perfect.
But
guys
like
Ghostface,
but them dudes is out there. Aren't they doing things? Or are they
haven't
doing
been
things
making
on
music
old things?
No,
you mean they old music?
No.
So no, I'm saying
he wants them to come out with new music.
Shit. So you're saying they only been trying to just drop old, live off the old stuff and
they're
do
not
shows.
doing shit.
But no, I've been hearing them dudes are doing
Nah,
shows and stuff
nah,
like that.
no,
like, you know,
no,
concerts, stuff
no,
like that.
He
So
don't
you
want
tell
that. Because you're not
No, I
being
understand
heard.
what you're saying.
Bring out music. New Raekwon. New Meth. You know what I mean? New Ghostface
But
Killer.
Meth's an actor now, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nothing's wrong with that.
No, nothing's wrong with
Meth
that.
is probably putting in more of his attention and more of his energy into acting.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying examples. There's guys that are not doing acting. There's guys that are just chilling, being lazy. He's calling out all those guys
to come out,
put out records. Just put them
I
out.
think really, truly,
because it's different
really
now. It's
truly,
a different time right
really
now.
And truly, the two people in my generation of hip hop, or our generation of hip hop, as we'll call it, the Nas's and all that, the Wu-Tangs, the you name it, man, the Puffies and all these dudes, everybody, the Locks, everything, Swiss Beats, name it, all that. Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That era, the Bad Boy, the whole nine, like all those people. To me, the only two, Nas and Busta Rhymes, kinds of stay, and Fat Joe, they stay out there.
Fat Joe, but he.
Now I don't know if Fat Joe got any new music.
He can't.
I'm just saying
he can't.
He stays out there.
No disrespect to Fat Joe, but Fat Joe he can't bring out music now because Fat Joe's a product of anthems. He's a product of people putting him on. I got a hit for you. That's what Fat Joe was. People was giving him hits. Yeah. He's not a creator. He doesn't have creativity. He doesn't have a producer that he's comfortable with to put out music. His thing is more like they give you the whole package here. That's what Fat Joe was. He was getting the package here. Here go a hit. Nas, producer, create.
He was writing.
50 Cent, producer, create. I feel like Raekwon, I feel like Ghostface, same thing. They can get with somebody and create music because they have relationships with legendary producers that know the essence of hip hop, knows how to dig in the crates, come up with beats. You know, Puffy's more about sampling.
Right.
Sample this, sample that. Right. Puffy doesn't create. He doesn't create beats, create hits. What he does is he takes samples
and he creates from
that.
And he's not even doing most of that no more.
No, he can't because that's
he has other people doing that work now. I don't even think he's making a beat himself.
But that style of creating music is old.
Right.
That era is old. That's why Bad Boy had their little run and it was a rap. Because that style of music sampling it ended.
But people are still sampling. Look what's going on right now.
People are sampling, but not to a point.
Look at the songs that are out now. No, it's all sampled down.
I know, but Neil, the way
it's sampled down trap music.
No, but listen, the way Puff used to sample, you thought of the song he sampled from right away. Oh, that's Sting. That's Lionel Richie. That's that. You can sample songs, but to recognize it, you're using a beat. People are sampling now, like the Coi Leray, whatever.
Right.
That girl. She sampled.
That's a hell of a sample.
Put my eyes where your hand can see. Busta Rhymes joint.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like an obvious sample.
Right.
I don't like those because it's like how many times you're gonna hear that beat and you just. To me, I don't like that type of sample. The sampling I like is when people take little bits of a beat and make a beautiful song. Little bits, not the whole damn beat. You know what I'm saying? Just samples of it, just tiny little bits of it where you wouldn't even know they sampled it until they tell you.
Okay, we're in 50 years of hip hop, right? We're in 50 years of hip hop. As you guys can see with the grade, I grew up and this grade's gonna stay here. There's no dying, nothing. But with 50 years of hip hop, I grew up on hip hop like crazy. I'm a West Indian kid, come from the islands of Trinidad and Tobago, but yo, I grow up here in America, and all to tell you the truth, besides soca and reggae, knowing that lifestyle and that, and not lifestyle, but that culture. Sorry to say lifestyle, culture. I am part of that culture, but I'm also like a hip hop culture. That's where I am, right? I'm hip hop, right? I come from. That's all I really, man. You know that we ate in, we bred hip hop. You know what I mean? That was our thing. Growing up from Tribe Called Quest, yo, I went through different stages. You know, since we just talk entertainment and the way the game of hip hop, because we are right now celebrating 50 years of hip hop. So, and I'm close to tell you the truth. I'm close to 50. You know what I mean? And hip hop's been alive a little bit before me. And I remember my cousins and them introducing me to hip hop as a young little kid in Boston and Roxbury. I remember my cousins and them introducing me to hip hop when I just knew about my Trinidadian, West Indian soca culture, um, the carnival and all that stuff. And then go my cousins from, from the pan, as we call it, Mattapan. We call it the pan out here. My cousins from Mattapan, they grew up in Mattapan. Shout out to Big Mel and Jamil and them. Um, they the ones who introduced me to hip hop. I'm talking about early hip hop. I got introduced to graffiti hip hop, um, breakdancing hip hop, um, tagging and all that type of stuff, and b-boy. My cousin was a b-boy, and if y'all know what a b-boy is, and and then I have family in New York, so I got to see New York at the early stages of like those Grandmaster Flashes and you know subway trains tagged up and people doing you know breakdancing contests in Times Square, and I grew up seeing that stuff as a little kid because I had the best of both worlds, being living in Boston, growing up in Roxbury, and then having family in Brooklyn and Queens and New York. I got to grow up and see, things like that. I would tell you this. I don't know if I ever told you this, but my family's from Rosedale, Queens, not too far from St. Albans, Queens, and actually Jamaica, Queens, that whole neighborhood area. And we, you know, we grew up a little bit not too far from Farmers Boulevard, where LL's from, and we grew up not too far from Guy Brewer, where 50's from, and a lot of people from Queens on that side, the Lost Boys and all that stuff. Baisley Park, my family's still on Baisley, on Baisley Street, Baisley Ave in Brooklyn. I mean in Queens, and I remember as a kid, I'll never forget this. Since we're talking entertainment and 50 years of hip hop, and you know artists like Nas bringing in, still trying to hold the game together. I will never forget, yo. I'll never forget this. I saw Run DMC. It was just Run and Jam Master. No, what's the DMC and Run?
Yeah, Jam Master J.
Jam Master J. No, not Jam Master J. It was DMC.
Run, DMC, and Jam Master J.
Yeah, but I didn't. Jam Master J was the DJ.
Yep.
But I'm gonna tell you, this is a true story. Before, when these dudes made it, these dudes used to rhyme on the block. This is New York shit. These dudes used to rhyme on the block in Queens. And I remember, never forget, one day my cousins took me outside. We went up the block, somewhere up the block in Queens where we grew up. So it wasn't too far. We was walking, or we was on bikes, I think. And we get to this little neighborhood. I was a little kid. I will never forget this show. And I never forget, I heard 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhymes. And these dudes, Run and DMC, was on a corner with a whole bunch of other dudes, just like y'all saw in Biggie's video when Biggie was rapping on the corner. I saw as a little kid standing in the background DMC and Run reciting that song that they end up putting on wax as a kid in 1981. Check it when it came out. 81, 1980. I was a kid, Queens, New York. And I will never forget that. And then I didn't know about that. I didn't know about hip hop. I was still a kid. I didn't really learn hip hop until I came to Boston. And it was when my cousins and them was playing Run DMC's on wax and having Shelto, Adidas, and the whole nine. My cousins in Boston was that whole Adidas suit and the whole shit with the Kangos. They was dressing like that already. And I was like, wait a minute. Like I said, my dad was strictly, so I didn't really get. And I'm like, wait a minute, I heard that before. Like, yo, who's that? They was like, that's Run DMC. And I told them the story. They was like, you can't be shitting me. I'm like, yeah, I remember that when I was a kid, yo. I was a little kid. I probably was like 8 years old. So hip hop has come far, and I understand what you're saying, Riz. I mean, Stoney, about, dudes trying to still put out quality work. Now, I don't want to go back to 80s work. Those dudes was foundational dudes. But I'm talking about when you're saying like Nas,
just put
calling out those guys that
music.
that should be putting out music.
It's like work. It's like
you know
work
who's
now.
coming out with music real
like
quick?
work.
You know who's coming out with music, y'all, that I heard? Boot Camp Click. Now, y'all know, if y'all want to know hip hop, talk about hip hop. If y'all know Buckshot Shorty and the Boot Camp Click, they're coming out with new music, and with Strain Wonder and all those dudes, Helter Skelter and them dudes and stuff like that. That was my thing back in like the 90s. I was a Boot Camp Click dude from everything I listened to was Boot Camp Click out of Brooklyn. They now are starting, like you said, to come out with fresh new music and probably get producers to work hard to make them good. Because to tell you the truth, these guys have always still been good rappers, is that producers can't put the music together to make them still relevant like how they would do with Jay-Z and everybody else. Jay-Z don't need to worry about that at his age. He could still have a producer put together something for him so sweet that when he drops it, it's a hit regardless. Yeah, these old school dudes, like you're talking about, you want Raekwon and Ghostface and these dudes, and even Redman was hot. All these dudes, you want them to come back out and start putting music out, but those dudes need great producers.
No, I mean,
you know what I mean?
It just put out music. That's what I was saying. Just put out music. It's not about.
They want to be heard. That's why they don't want to waste their time.
Yeah, but it isn't.
Not heard. They want the music to make. They don't want to put their energy into a project, and then the project flop, and they like
but it's not about that. It's about just putting you. Just imagine this. Let me break it down to you. Right? You're doing it just for the love. It doesn't matter what you sell. Doesn't matter anything. I'm just putting it out. I'm successful already.
True.
I'm doing it for a hobby. I'm doing it for the culture. When I was young, I was doing it to get paid, to get on.
Right.
I'm established already. I got platinum plaques.
That's true.
I'm rich. I'm just put music out for the culture. That's what Nas is saying. We rich. We're comfortable. Let me just put music out. I got music in the vault that never came out. These people got hundreds of songs in the vault that never came out. Let me just throw this out there.
You're right. You're right about
that. That's
that.
what Nas is saying. Nas is not doing it for money right now.
No, he's not.
He's doing it for the love and the fun.
Throw
it out there.
But he has the talent. That's the thing.
I know, but it's
the talent. He has the gift, the gaff. Nas,
like to me, of them do.
I'm gonna tell you, my best rapper of all times is probably Nas, yo.
Yeah.
I love Biggie. I love Tupac. I love some of the best of them. They was out there. Whoever. I like, but to tell you the truth, I like Eminem. I like, because Eminem's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He's a beast on features.
I do respect.
I wouldn't get his album.
Before Eminem,
he's a different type of rapper.
He's different.
You ever had any of his albums?
Yeah, the first two.
Nah, I never.
The first two. Yo,
I like his features. I like when he's on
the
other
first
stuff.
two. I gotta get. Listen, I'm one dude, and I'm not going off the 8 Mile. I'm one dude who could tell you there's a lot of people out there who would not want to tussle with him on the lyrical fortitude. There's a lot of people who do not want to tussle with Eminem. He could write pretty good. Whatever you saying, Riz, the dude's great with verbiage, with writing, with coming at you. He could come at people. He's his that's the talent he has. And not because he's white, I'm giving it to him. I'm giving it because the dude verbiage is good. But besides that, Nas is probably one of the best rappers of all time.
No.
Jay-Z, yeah, because Jay-Z could put
Jay-Z's
hits.
there.
You know, everybody like Jay-Z for the hits, yo. Jay-Z could drop it. But Nas can drop some knowledge on you. Like when they said, like, yo, that shit's real what X said in that movie in the GOAT. In what movie was that? Belly. When he was riding with Nas, he was like, nigga, you trying to kick knowledge? Like, Shorty can't read eat books. Nas was always known for knowledge born. My man, like he was already known for knowledge. He comes from a family of knowledge and a family of, you know, his father was a jazz artist.
Right.
You know what I mean? He come from good people that was already naturally in the game for him. So yeah, to me, that's one of my best. To tell you the truth, he would probably be number one, and then, you know, Biggie number 2, and, you know, Pac somewhere in there between 3 and 4.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Biggie,
Biggie was my man. The first
Biggie
2 albums,
there,
you can't mess with Biggie. The first 2 albums, when Biggie was hot, Biggie was nasty.
Look, my top 5, Biggie probably. Look, Nas number 1, Jadakiss.
I can't. He's in there.
AZ
was lyrically, yeah.
AZ.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
AZ. Like Guru.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Guru, long time gone. Listen, the funny thing. The funny thing about Guru, Guru was dropping knowledge way back. He died too early. Probably right now, if he was around, the things that he might say about hip hop is crazy. You know, but Guru is one of the best. You're right. That can't disrespect Guru. He was one of the best. Big Daddy Kane, all them dudes from back in the day. Them dudes was great. But, you know, my rapper in my era is Nas. So with that being said, Stoney, we're about to close this out.
Yes.
We just hit an hour and 2 minutes because we're trying to streamline our lives so it doesn't drown you guys out with the hour and almost 2 hours worth of topics. We gave y'all our Jaylen Brown. I'm with the Jaylen Brown money. He deserved his bag. And he's gonna go do good. Hopefully, it's on video. I'm sure he's good with his word. He's gonna do what he got to do for the community. Our Patriots look like they're trying to put together some work, new coaching, you know, new fundamentals as far as like, you know, them really putting themselves, you know, on the hot seat. I think that's the way it's looking from what I'm seeing from camp. Everybody's very serious about camp right now, besides the distractions from Jack Jones and stuff like that. But he's even looking like he wants to get past that and he want to pay attention to camp. So that's good. Patriots camp is moving along. We didn't really get into nobody else's camp really. We're in, you know, I think we're in the camp is in the second week or something like that. But once preseason come, we'll talk more about other teams in our division, which is the Buffalo Bills. We'll talk about Miami Dolphins. We'll talk about who else is in our division?
Buffalo
Bills, Dolphins,
Jets,
and the Jets. So we'll start with our division on our next show, maybe next week, because next week will be the first week of the first preseason games are going to be rolling out next week. I think the Hall of Fame game is sometime this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. We'll go over what happened in the Hall of Fame game. I think it's the Jets and the Browns who's playing in the Hall of Fame game. So that's going to give you a good lookout on what Aaron Rodgers is looking like and what the Browns is looking like, to tell you the truth, because the Browns is another AFC team you might not want to sleep on, depending on if they can get it together. So we're going to go through all of those things on our next podcast, on our next show, hopefully next week. We'll do this early next week, maybe around the same time, maybe the same day. We'll see, because we're changing our schedule a little bit due to preseason and how preseason schedule is going. So, yo, that's it for me. Hit the thumbs up button, hit those likes, comment. Today, you know, people were shy on the comments. Usually maybe because we're just newly back, and maybe some of the people that was on was new spectators of the show, and so they probably was a little shy to drop the comments in there. But yo, next time, hit those comments up. Tell us what y'all's like, and you know, Parlay with Us is back, y'all. We're gonna be back on our weekly shit and giving y'all some feedback on what's going on all the pro sports, even college. I'm about to jump on some college football for you guys. That's my homework for this season. My man's homework for this season is he's gonna be our stat guy. You know, he's gonna be having them picks. Remember, we're gonna have those pick'ems. You know, those pick'em. What day we say we was gonna do? It was gonna be Wednesdays. We was gonna be throwing our picks. Yep. So we're gonna have those pick'em Wednesdays. That might be just like a little short. We might just do shorts on little Wednesday pick'em, so we could throw the picks for Wednesdays. Not a full show, just a quick short. And just throw that out there and upload it. So we got pick'em Wednesdays. We're gonna move forward with that, and I'm gonna try to move forward with what's going on in college football. I love college football. Actually, I have a little connection in college football down in Alabama right now. My in-laws are big Bama fans, and they connected with the Bama community and the Bama Roll Tide shit. So I'm gonna try to link in with them. I'm gonna hold them to their word and link them with them. They have some connections with some up and coming youth coming out of the Bama Crimson Tide. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of work on football, on especially college football. So yeah, stay tuned. What you got, Stoney?
Yo, we out,
y'all.
We out.
So yo, we out, yo. So yeah, y'all. Next time, man. Get on there, man. Hit those likes, man. You know, hit those likes, man. We need y'all guys. So yeah, it's Mr. Beans. Parlay with Us. Stoney Crook. Peace.
God can make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.
You gotta shorten. So no, and this is we're gonna fix this.